Oh, but there's a lore book up here. Must listen. Must learn lore. Oh, Scroll of Wisdom. I really don't know if I need this many Scrolls of Wisdom. Maybe if I identified more things. And wasn't super lazy about stuff. Hey, Trial of Ascendancy.
Fear gnaws at the entrails of the faithful and the faithless alike. Fear of the unknown, fear of the future. An empire requires leadership that can assuage those fears through example, through wisdom, through strength. An emperor lights the way through the darkened caverns of uncertainty.
Hello! My poor minions. My poor minions. At least they've got buttloads of HP, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not sure what that switch did. Ow. They do hurt pretty bad. It seems like I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. This will probably matter more when I actually hit the Trial of Ascendancy.
Boldly, so that all may find you when the night falls.
It doesn't make money. Or like lootsies. I'm sure once we actually start doing... Actually, I thought the Ascendancy almost gets you like perk points of some variety. It's like more character customization than right? I don't know. I forget. I've never made it there. I got close, I think. But I think this is as far as I've ever made it in Path of Exile, to about this point. It's just kind of one of those where it's like, I don't know. Maybe I just never had a good build, or... maybe I think I just needed to play more caster-type characters, or like ranged characters. Usually I go melee, but I always feel kind of like weirdly constrained. And I think there is something actually wildly unsatisfying about clicking directly on an enemy for like melee. I actually find myself getting frustrated sometimes because the enemies kind of blend in. Torchlight, I think, is the only notable exception that I can think of off the top of my head. Where, like, identifying enemies and fighting enemies is really easy. You know, whereas in this game it gets a little murky. There's a lot of really dark spots, obviously. And, you know, sometimes, especially in the chaos, you can straight up just, like, miss an enemy, and it's kind of... It doesn't feel great. It's part of the reason why I'm actually a huge fan and proponent of these games having controller support. Because it... Like, originally I had scoffed at the idea of playing Diablo. Diablo 3 specifically with a controller. And, you know... Now that I have, it's actually uncomfortable going back. It's not so bad if I go Minion Master, which is part of the reason why I go Minion Master so hard in a lot of these builds. And honestly, I go Minion Master even if I did have controller support. I think I could have played this on PS4, but I don't know. Enough of my fans play this on PC that it would have been weird to play it on PS4. It's like with Warframe, I've got a bunch of fans on PC.
Hunt.
Oh, and
we will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you.
and he's back. Oh god, that's a lot of things. Probably have to go back at some point. Let's see. But so like yeah, I could have played this on PS4, but I wouldn't have had as much.
We are friends now.
As much fan support-ish? I don't know. It's not that I really need it, but it's kind of nice to be able to, like, say, like, hey, I need this thing, can somebody help me out? And, you know, usually people are more than willing to
Off you go, little
you know,
beast.
lend a hand when
Away,
necessary.
You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor, or you will be food.
Let's see. This is the one game I feel weird suggesting to people. I told my buddy when he made his first character, I don't expect to be able to do endgame. Just be happy if you can. That is really, like, I get the fact that this game is generally supported almost entirely by, this game is supported by an extremely passionate fan base. Is that it? Oh, altar. That was it, apparently. But yeah, I get the fact that this game is supported by an extremely passionate fan base, but part of the reason why I've never gotten into it is just because it does have such a, like, weird high barrier for entry.
That was a great hunt, Exile. Einar will write a mighty poem about it.
Let's see. Ringmail cloak. Or coat. We also have a basket rapier. Hey, it all fits. Perfect. Do you have anything else here? Because I'm just gonna quick run through it, unless there's something amazing that I gotta switch out for. And it's like, I don't know. I want to like it, especially as a fan of well, Diablo likes. And I do like it. It's just whenever I talk about it, I feel like I'm an outsider a little bit because I don't think the game was made for me. And that, you know, a lot of games are kind of built to be fairly readily accessible, and this game is just almost kind of spits in the face of that kind of design. But then again, I guess too much of that design, you end up with what Anthem is, where like a level 1 gun is straight up better than like a really high tier thing because of how they handle scaling. Oh, that's a bunch of things. And like, yeah, I'll just be satisfied reaching the end. But, you know, I've avidly played Guild Wars 2 to some degree. Not as much on the, like, raiding endgame, but it never felt like the game was terribly out of reach. But this is and always will be kind of one of those notable exceptions where I'm just like, getting to the end of it is going to be an interesting trial. I'm not used to. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, invite to hideout.
So you finally found yourself a dwelling. Perhaps you have room for another lost soul.
Oh, that was fast. Let's see. Okay, so I don't need much of this stuff. It's okay. Most of these are just kind of vaguely okay. I guess the extra dexterity from one of these rings would be nice. You know, now that I'm looking at it, Calm Sign is maybe not that amazing. I could do that. Oh, right. Can't do it while I'm in this menu. Okay. Let's hope this doesn't muck up my... Oh yeah, no, I got plenty of strength. If I do that, maybe we can go to the stash. And nope, I still need more dex. And I haven't leveled up recently. At the very least, let's probably put this on P2. If I do play with another character, that's going to be kind of handy. Oh, invite Einar
Greetings.
to your hideout.
Exile, you are a welcome omen. See you.
Okay, so now that we've done that, Yuna.
You are Dream Tender, my new name for you. Badness is everywhere around us. You bring us something good. Now, I promise to share. Let us awaken the spirit. Bring even more good into this life.
Hello. Increased global physical damage? No. Increased dexterity? Oh, this is for my skill stuff. I mean, I should probably get the Cobalt Jewel. The 3 mana regen isn't that amazing, but the elemental damage is kind of nice for Arc. Probably? Maybe not. Act 2, quest route. No. It doesn't say. Huh. Supposedly there's a book of skill? Maybe I get it as well. Okay. It's saying, go green gem, now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Oh, no, it gets me a book of regrets.
Be well.
Not a book of skill. Okay. So... I can put this into my skill tree. I don't think I have any available skill slots, though. Yeah, I've got one down there, but I don't actually know if that's where I'm supposed to go with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna plunk that there for now. Lightning tendrils. Put the rest away. Okay, I've still got that thing. So, all we have left to do is go to the caverns, which I messed up. Means we have to walk. From the wetlands, through the Velrunes, through the northern forest. Make sure I grab the waypoint this time instead of making a goof, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, that's a short run. And, I mean, I'm decently strong. Nope, dead end. Damn it. Is it a dead end? It's a dead-ish end. Luckily, I've got more than enough oomph. And yeah, my zombies aren't dying anymore, which is really nice. Admittedly, no, they're decently helpful at all times. Wow, those things have long range. I've noticed that with the enemies in this game, they really can snipe you from like several screens away, depending on what enemy type it is. I was doing some of the memory dungeon last night. I guess it was actually earlier today, and it was kind of brutal, just how far some of those guys could shoot, and they were sniping me hella aggressively. It made it kind of difficult. There was one time I think I died like 8 times or so. It was like some ridiculous number just as I was entering one of the memories. Because there were so many ranged units just pointed right at the beginning of it, and it was miserable. Okay, miserable might not be the right word, but it was tough. They were punchy. See, judging by the mini-map, you're in Diablo 2 Act 4. No, this is absolutely like, oh god. Okay, there's more this way. I don't know. I would say this is probably closer to some of the like interior tombs in Act 2. I gotta play Diablo 2 at some point as part of this like goal to play every Diablo like along the way. I'll probably start with Diablo 1, seeing as it's been put on, good old games. Oh, there it is. Or something is. Hello. Let's see, anything else here? No. Oh. But maybe this? Maybe probably this. I gotta figure out what those essence of, like, whispering hatred or whatever are for. They seem neat. Yeah, muttering essence of sorrow. There's a lot of the like, essences and, like, scraps and orbs and whatever that I'm just, like, leaving alone. At some point, I'm probably gonna hit some kind of, wall of progress, and then I'll have to say, like, okay, I need these things. Until then... Okay, so that's where the sun was. I almost wish they actually had, like, some real cutscenes in this game, as opposed to just a character yelling at you, or, like, something kind of vaguely happening. Because they were talking about, like, a great shadow climbing a mountain and stuff, and I'm like, I kind of wish I actually saw that, like, illustrated or something. Like, to be honest, I'm pretty engaged with the lore-ish so far, now that I'm paying, you know, some amount of attention to it. And in comparison, I was pretty nonplussed by the, let's see, am I in the right spot? Yes. Okay, so there was a waypoint around here. Originally, I just bailed an area transition because I thought I was going into Act whatever, but that was a mistake. Let's see. But yeah, Diablo 2 had these, like... I keep pressing M for map. And no, it's M for money. Dial M for microtransactions. But yeah, Diablo 3 had these, like, lovely hand illustrated... Though, I think some of them were actually 3D and stuff. Cutscenes, and they were neat to look at. They just didn't mean anything, because the plot was dumb. And I'd actually love to see that sort of thing in this game. I think I have a little bit more interest. Okay, so I do want to go to that one forest. Yeah, the Dread Thicket. I don't even know if there's actually anything useful there. But, like, it feels weird to not go in. Just in case, I don't know, there's something handy. Whee. I do like that super speed flask. And I'm assuming that's not even... I wonder what the max cap on a speed flask is. I'm actually kind of curious about that. Let's probably just dive right into the Dread Thicket. Well, I think I'll be okay. I'm paranoid now that I know the maps can get reset. But I guess it's not that big of a deal. Hello! I guess the alternative thing, if I do end up playing this with Shell, is I might just tell her, go just pure arc, walk into a room, just zap it to death. Though I still someday, someday, maybe honestly, if I do a second series of Path of Exile, I open it up so anybody can join me. But the rule and restriction would be minion masters only, just to see what kind of ridiculous room clearing get-ups we could end up with. Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline, 70%. Is it a plus 70% or just 70% total? Stacks with a unique version like Mach 8 speeds. That's... Yeah, I'd probably not even be able to control it properly. But it sounds fun. Oh, Dread Thicket has a hideout in it. That's how this works. I can't believe I missed setting up my hideout the first time I did this. But I haven't really bothered dealing with any kind of like decorations. Or am I really sure if I care too much? I know that single skill point that's just sitting around is going to bug somebody. I don't want to look at the guide right now. I'm moving fairly quick. So are there any enemies that doesn't just melt before you? There's a couple of mid-bosses that don't. But for the most part, it really is just kind of melting time. I've got a decent build. I'm decently over-leveled. And, this game is more meant to be kind of cakewalkish-ish? I don't know, like, the weird part is, like, on one hand, this game is, like, kind of trivial right now. On the other hand, there are times where I just, like, get wrecked. And it's a weird setup. So, it actually doesn't look like there's any reason to come in here apart from loot. Or, no, we already got the lush light. Oh! Hey. Shell's on a mission. Just hear, like, a loud thump behind me and it scares the bejesus out of me. He's prepping for a convention. I'm sure I've got some amount of con stuff still left over in the area behind me. I haven't really cleaned up my office. What I'm trying to do is, so I'm going to be, I'm going to be going to PAX. I'm going to PAX East the week after she's going to ToraCon. And so I'm trying to get all of my stuff pre-recorded beforehand so I can go on the trip without having to worry about my channel too much, and can just kind of stream record whatever during the evenings. Why are all of these guys still invincible? Oh no. Maybe you have to kill them simultaneously. Probably. Let's see. So, we moved into this place and immediately had to go into, like, I'm not gonna say panic prep mode, but kinda. And it's interesting. And I'm probably going to have, like, a giant mess behind me for the entire month of March. Which, I guess we're actually very quickly hitting the halfway point on this. Also, thank you, Verisok, for the 500 bits. Okay, for that enemy, there's one thing casting an aura that keeps the others alive. Oh, okay. Seen people having plus 700% max movement speed builds. Oh. That seems like a wild mess. I'd understand it if you had like a... Well, no, I mean, I understand it 100%, especially for the people that are like super serious about, you know, reaching the end, or, you know, clearing content before any other people do. But I think for me, I mean, this is plenty fast. I could go like a smidge faster. Plus 100% movement speed. Okay, I could work with that. 200 might start getting to be a problem. Like 300 plus. I'm not even sure if I could do that comfortably. I think it would be a mess. Also, thank you, Shadestar, for the 18-month resub. Let's see. Two big movement speed uses I've seen is for Delph farming and Uber Labyrinth farming. Huh. Yeah, these are things I haven't even seen before. My other problem is, like, farming in general doesn't really, like, track for me. Like, do it in certain games, but most of the time I'm like, farming. You know, if it helps me out, or if I really need it to reach the end. Like, I will do grinding in, like, a JRPG or whatever, so I can just kind of smash my way through the rest of the game. You know, unimpeded. But, you know, conversely, in games where I've already beaten it, post-game grinding, I'm like, I'm sure that there's an appeal, especially for making, like, the really ridiculous builds in this game, but I don't know. I guess I'm just repeatedly saying over and over and over again, this game doesn't make any sense to me, damn kids. Ancient Pyramids, hello crafting recipe. Ooh, movement speed, rank 1, nice. How's my inventory space looking? Oh, it's doing great. Hello. I think the one problem is, like, if every game worked the way, that, like, would appeal to me most, they'd be beatable within, like, 20 hours, have minimal post-game, or, like, a novel post-game, and then you move on to the next game, which I'm sure just never, well, it's a bad business model. You'd have to keep grinding out new games over and over and over again. And that's tough. So you can now craft movement speed on boots for your hideout. Yeah, I'll probably go back and do that. Honestly, we can get over there. Like, the one, I guess, notable exception for me that I could kind of understand is grinding for cosmetics. Or, you know, if there's some, like, unattainable thing. Ish? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd exactly call, like, high-end raiding in WoW to be particularly unattainable. There was definitely, like, kind of an appeal of working together to reach a common goal. But then once you start getting the stuff that you want, it's just like, alright, now I'm just kind of done. Well, you see most, like, endgame raids just kind of die off in MMOs. But maybe it's just because MMOs don't know how to do it right. And I don't know how the culture for Path of Exile works. So I can't speak on that. I'm assuming it drops off after a certain point. So why is your mana capped? It's because I've got a spell, the thing that summons the golden ghosts, that that reserves some amount of my mana. Okay, so we actually have two talent points. I should probably use them. Let's see. We could go Retribution. Or, at the very least, we should grab Retribution. It's right here. And then I'm going to keep working this direction, I think. That was the right direction to go, right? Yeah. Because we're going to want to start going down. Because there's a jewel socket down there. Huh. I'd never seen this before, but apparently jewel sockets have like an AoE to them. Oh, hideouts are account bound instead of league bound, as of the previous league. So the hideout you have with this character is the same one you have for the other characters. I actually was going to bring that up as a point. That, like, I kind of hoped that was a thing. But I didn't bring it up because I knew it probably was the case. Because, yeah, it'd be a shame to have to redo your hideout every single time you start over. I'm surprised it actually took them so long to make the hideouts, I guess account bound-ish, but Also, thank you, Azrael, for the 7-month resub. Path of Exile, wow. I like Diablo-style games. They're fun. Okay, Jewel Socket AoE is for some unique jewels, require numbers of stats in their vicinity. Huh.
These shiny baubles we pull out of the rock are worth more than their weight in gold. Yet we hardly get paid at all. We should stop work and demand our fair share.
Okay, I'm not actually sure if I need to do that. I probably needed them over here. Yeah, just gotta kill as many as possible without... Oops. That's the bad way. That's the real bad way. Oh. Okay, here we go. I really went the wrong direction on this one. I mean, luckily, all loot is, I'm not gonna say saved. Aha, I'm over here. Why did I come here? I guess I will just wait it out safely. Well, we got some goodies. Probably sit down and figure out what some of these are useful for. Yeah, there's those. Did I? No, still haven't lost any zombies. So yeah, it looks like the healing bonus has really come in handy here. Let's see. Hello. Oops. I was wondering about that. Anything else here? No. We might as well go up. There's not really a whole lot of reason to faff around on a level. Especially because I don't really care about getting every Kvass as we go by. In fact, the less we see Kvass, almost the better. Because when we hit maximum map fragments, I'm probably going to want to go back and start using them. See, save Chaos Orbs for buying stuff from other players. Good to know. I'm not really sure how the economy system works, because obviously money isn't a thing in this game. So, it's nice to know that I have some things of worth. What games, really... I mean, honestly, actually Diablo 2... Once everything started to become, was it Stones of Jordan or something ridiculous like that? Once you started getting into the weird alternative currencies, I got so lost. Which is probably actually why this game kind of has the alternative currency. Hello. There's probably nothing on this floor that I care about, so let's just go up. So Chaos Orbs are the standard. Other orbs are used if people want them instead. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be directly buying. It really depends on if I hit a cap or if people like offer to sell me things for Chaos Orbs. Because honestly, unless I hit some kind of, like, direct wall for progress, I'm probably just going to keep throwing my face at things up until the game just says no or it ends. That's usually how it goes. You know, I only start fine-tuning when the game becomes hard. It's a good example of that. Kinda Disgaea? Kinda? Disgaea is definitely one of those that, like... After a certain point, I'm just like, well, it's time to grind, and then I just, like, trivialize the game. Beyond reason. What was the maximum level in that? Was that past 1,000? It probably was. I don't know, it's been a while since I played a Disgaea game. I'm hoping we get a Disgaea 6 at some point. But I'm not really betting on it. They seem to be more interested in remaking and remastering all their stuff. You lose EXP every time you die. I mean, yeah. When I say, like, throw my face at things, I mean, like, if it obviously isn't going to be something that I can beat. Hello.
But from the carnage, new bonds may be formed.
If it becomes obvious that I'm not going to be able to beat it conventionally, then yeah, I'm going to look at that sort of thing. Oh, you don't lose EXP until after Act 5. Well, that's good. Because, yeah, I was dying a lot on some of the memories. So are we fighting something? Kill the Vol Oversoul. Oh, biscuits, you're horrifying. Have some skeletons! So, dance party?
A pity. I think we could have been friends.
Are we good? Yeah. So this is where I stopped last time. I more or less got to this point and I was like, cool, I'll keep going, and then I just didn't. Shoulda. Okay. Really? Kavas here? Alright, why not?
Where am I? What happened? I remember a massive spider coming at me and then... Oh, I'm stuck in webbing.
Whee! I want to make sure I kill... what enemies I kind of can before we run out of this. Found it. Oh god. All the way over there? That's awkward placement. Maybe not too awkward, actually. Wait. Yeah, no, I actually could have made it through this. What else do we have? Kill as many things as possible. I'm not used to it being that close. What is that? Oh, you can speed up the collapse. Interesting. Didn't look like there was actually anything particularly handy there. Well, that was fast. Onwards I go! I'm just getting lucky with Chaos Orbs. You gotta realize, my luck is great until it matters. At which point, my luck is utter butts. Hello, guardsmen! Die! I want into your city! Is this how you get into the city? Just kill everybody on the way in? I think that's about right.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but we've no time for talk. Tolman was out here with me, and now Piety has him. They're headed for the crematorium. I've no chance against Piety and your blackguards, but you're another matter entirely. Please, you found it in your heart to rescue me. Tolman is just as worthy of your generosity.
I feel like Piety is gonna just be this absolute jobber. Okay, who wants to bet? Piety dies slower or faster than the Eldritch Horror we just killed? Because, like, I'm not even... I should probably get, like, a more, I should probably get, like, a slightly better build here somehow. It's a lot of... Are these guardsmen? No, these are, like, weird beetles. Oh, those are my friends. Hello! That's some skills. She'll die faster.
Mortality is the mother of life. We have turned our backs on her.
We don't really know if there's anything particularly handy up here. Down we go. To the Sarn encampment. Wait, does this person just have like the smallest of jock straps on? Is that their clothing? I think it is. For frame of reference, you can use Flame Dash to jump down. Yeah, but I was looking for goodies. Oh. Okay, so Ascendancy Plaque. We've got 3 out of 6. Well, time for lore.
How can I help?
Our paths meet in the shell of a long-dead snail. An empire slow to see where its path was taking it. Built on the husk of another, and destined to be buried time and time again. This city will see great things yet, Exile. But not in your lifetime.
Let's see, any of those?
Fate awaits you.
Argon!
A stranger walks into a town with a lost lover in tow. Sounds like the beginning of a jest, which I bloody wish it were. Problem is, we're still one doe-eyed lover short, which ain't much good to anyone. They tend to come in pairs, you see. Since you seem to be in the good deeds business, how about throwing a Tolman into the bargain?
Let's see, the slums?
The slums are east of here. Used to house the unwashed of the Empire a couple centuries back. Now it's home to the walking ulcers and sores of this poor city. Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
Maramoa.
Maramoa Patua thanks you, Exile, for returning our Clarissa to us. She is the gentle heart of this place, a spirit still capable of love in this wasteland of hatred. Yet that gentle heart remains in jeopardy. Tolman isn't deserving of Clarissa, but she'll not smile until he's by her side. There is nothing else.
Okay, anybody else? Yes. Grigor!
Come no closer, witch. The name's Grigor, and, as you can see, I've had my fill of your kind. So once you've finished admiring your sisterhood's handiwork, turn those icy orbs of yours eastward. Yes, you've brought Clarissa home to us, and once again she pesters me with pity. There's only so much broth, so many bouquets that a man can take. For a criminal, Clarissa has a strangely soft center. Still, I'd rather not see that heart of hers hardened. Use those dubious talents of yours for something worthwhile. Find her boymate, Tolman. Prove me wrong about your kind.
He feels like he's a bit... Oh, God. Yeah, go figure he hates us. Look at his everything. Ah.
Goodbye. Yes?
What's the Ezomites?
Death came to town. The roaring Ezomites wore red. The red of blood. The red of the fray. Death came to town. The crying Ezomites wore black. The black of disease. The black of dismay. Death came to town. The silent Ezomites wore grey. The grey of twilight. The grey of decay. Only the Isles of Scoth were spared. Once a backwater of my proud civilization, now all that remains of the Ezomites.
What's wrong with your face?
Goodbye.
Okay, got anything else? The answer is no. So where do we go? Trials of Ascendancy, Tolman in the Crematorium. I'm assuming the Crematorium's up. Not out. Oh, Sarn Arena. I assume this is more of a PvP thing. Let's go back to town. I'm assuming you just fight other players. I have no interest in such things. Nope, can't speed here. Oh god. I did not realize how full up everything was. Alright, well, first and foremost. Anything else I haven't identified yet? Nope. Looks like that's the extent of it. Let's see. Any of these have interesting things? Iron Scepter. Why do I even have that? Can I sell things to you? No.
Talakota.
Can I sell things to Harmon? Yeah, there we go. Let's see, is this better? I should probably actually get some better equipment in some point. I've mostly been reliant on just picking up whatever that has associated gem slots. Let's see. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, they just don't seem like they really provide enough of a immediate upgrade, so I just kind of ignore them. Let's see. Yes, Orbs, what about this? Rarity of items found. It's a little bit of cast speed. It's less, though. No int, either. This one. Extra recovery rate. Eh. Oh. I don't want to sell this one, or this one. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Next up, we want to go to Kavas. Oh. Okay, so let's go to the memory map and go to the Nexus. I've only got 5 slots, too, so that's not so bad.